if we ever needed anything now, we really need to stand on truth, since it's under siege. And I have a feeling that we will all have to choose which side of that fence we stand on. In the past, you could be a little ambiguous. Now, conditions are getting serious, and that ambiguity is going to be dangerous to the participants who find themselves on the wrong side of that fence. If we are going to continue to move into both a complex and dangerous world, trust, oh my, I think trust is going to be a big deal. And if I were a commercial company and I was hiring you to get my message out, which I view as a totally legitimate endeavor, I had better be trustworthy, I, the client, and I better tell you, I better instruct you in a story or respond to a story line you bring me with, we can't use that because it doesn't truthfully describe what we do, for example. Or, and to be seen to be lacking in the trust category in today's social media firestorms. Ask Harvey Weinstein what he thinks, having violated so many people's trust, now fairly obviously, for so long. I fear that the old world that turned a blind eye to chicanery of any kind, including exaggerations that are on the edge of outright lies, I suspect social media, for all its imperfections, and God knows it has many, it's the voice of the mob. But if the voice of the mob thinks they've been betrayed, oh, I think that could be it's consuming careers. You can see it now of people who I'm sure believed they were invulnerable and could do whatever they wanted. And in 24 hours, that has become, wasn't in the past, but has become a piece of mythology. So for those reasons, trustworthiness is not likely to come back and bite you on the ass. Lies are ever more likely to. Just notice what the social media and the phone has done. You can't now commit criminal acts, violent acts, uncivilized acts, because documentation is watching you. Not just other people watching you, but that's eyewitnesses. We know how undependable eyewitnesses are. But a piece of video of somebody being physically dragged out of an airport, or an airplane seat, oh my. Or law enforcement officers beating someone insensibly who is clearly no threat to anyone. They've just lost it. And there's the video for the world to see. Shooting someone who's running away and clearly not an immediate threat to anyone, for example. So we now live in a world where millions of people are watching all the time. Doesn't it seem like trustworthiness, which is quite a scarce commodity as it turns out, might be the great currency of the future? I'm sorry, I don't think, and nobody can escape this debate on the planet, one way or the other. You stand for truth or you stand for the liars. You stand for the propagandists or you stand for the truth. You either reveal, horrendous human rights abuses, which are occurring all over the planet, abuse of process, the rich exploiting the poor, the list, people killing each other for religious lunacy. Well.